Our top story of this hour. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said the coming decade will be the most dangerous since the end of World War II. Putin further accused the West of inciting the war in Ukraine and playing a dangerous, bloody and dirty game.
We stand at a historical frontier. Ahead is probably the most dangerous, unpredictable, but also important decade since the end of the Second World War.
Putin's remarks also come at a time when the Pentagon has warned of acute threats from Russia. In a statement, the US military said Russia's invasion of Ukraine highlights the acute threats posed by Moscow, but outlined that China is the most consequential challenge for America.
The NDS bluntly describes Russia as an acute threat, and we chose the word acute carefully. Unlike China, Russia can't systemically challenge the United States over the long term. But Russian aggression does pose an immediate and sharp threat to our interests and values.
And as the war escalates, Russian-installed authorities in the Donetsk region say Ukrainian shelling has set ablaze fuel tanks at the town's railway station and oil depot.
In the area of the train station, there were 4 cisterns found burning. The second fire was confirmed there. At the moment, there are 35 firefighters and 6 fire trucks are fighting the fire there.
Meanwhile, in the Donetsk region, Ukrainian soldiers are holding their position against the Russians on the outskirts of the eastern city of Bakhmut. Russian forces continue to bombard the Donetsk region while making slow gains towards the center.
Their main aim is to capture the Donetsk region, to have any big success and to show they can do at least something. But they still haven't managed to do this. This area is full of them and they move back and forth all the time.
And Russian President Vladimir Putin has praised India's foreign policy and described Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a great patriot. Listen in.
Almost 1.5 billion people, tangible development results. That gives reasons to everyone's respect and admiration for India. Lot has been done under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. Naturally, he's a patriot of his country, and his idea of Make in India matters. It matters both economically and ethically. India has made tremendous steps forwards in development, and the future belongs in India.
Putin was addressing a conference in Moscow where he also mentioned that he was considering attending the G20 summit in Bali next month. The Russian president added that India has come a long way from being a British colony to an independent country. According to Putin, the ties between India and Russia are built on the foundation of really close allied relations. He also said the two countries have supported each other and he's confident it's going to remain that way in the future as well. Putin also mentioned that Russia has increased fertilizer supplies by 7.6 times after a request from India. The Russian president said the coming decade will be the most dangerous since the end of World War II. Putin further accused the West of inciting the war in Ukraine and playing a dangerous, bloody and dirty game. Ties between Russia and India have strengthened in recent months, with India's dependence on Russia increasing. In July, Russia became India's second largest oil supplier. The move also saw considerable amount of adverse reactions from the West, but India defended its oil purchases from Russia, saying it has to source oil from where it is the cheapest. Also, India has maintained a clear and unwavering stand on the ongoing Ukraine war. New Delhi states the conflict can only be resolved through dialogue and diplomacy, and that peace must be restored at the earliest. Putin's remarks regarding the Indian Prime Minister come a day after the announcement that India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar would travel to Moscow for a day-long meeting with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. The meeting will hold a significant importance as it will take place just ahead of the G20 summit.